Hello. Welcome to day number 3 on Greengrass Isle. And oh boy, we do have news, and we need to talk about them. But everything in time. First, let's go into our sleep research and see what we get. And yeah, I was gonna say it's also the second day of the good sleep day, but I won't be getting the sleep points after I do the sleep research, so it shouldn't matter. I'm not expecting. Ooh, balance. Nice. I'm not expecting to see, you know, anything crazy that would require me or make me wanna spend a lot. So it should be fine. Alright. A top belly Geodude. Geodude, despite not being here, I did not include it in my target list for Greengrass. But Geodude is actually something I might consider looking after for some uses. Ooh, Pinsir. Imagine if that one was shiny. Pinsir is cool. At some point I was trying to hunt for a Pinsir back when I was missing both a reliable honey farmer and a sausage farmer. So far, the Geodude is the most interesting thing I see. Oh, Braviary and Flaffy. I think Geodude. If I'm, yeah. Unless one of them is hungry, then maybe. I mean, Braviary could be nice, although preferably I would prefer to catch a Rufflet instead. No one is hungry. Ah, I guess I fed Pinsir at some point, as well as Flaffy and Braviary. But yeah, Geodude. If I'm, the bag is full. I will start with the premium biscuit, and maybe I won't need to buy anything. Great. Or not buy, just see what the gift is. I don't even remember exactly what I'm looking for on a Geodude or Golem. I wanna say beans and potatoes? Not sure if I should use a cluster, or I don't know if I can use an ingredient. You know what? I was gonna wait with this, but my plan is to use those psychic type candies on Cresselia. Fun fact, if I wanted to, I could just get her to level 17 now, with no candy boost. It would just require me to use quite a lot of handy candies that I have, which I'd rather not use. I'd rather to save on those because it's more difficult to get them. So if I could redirect them towards Pokemon that I don't tend to play with a lot or sleep with a lot or whatever, like Beautyfly again, I prefer to do that. So my plan would be to wait for the next candy boost, use that on Cresselia as much as I can, and with the rest just use whatever I have. And that should be fairly cost effective. Alright, candy wise. Tough call. I think it would be between Braviary and Pinsir. I do think, I know that people, I'm hearing more about Pinsir if I'm being honest. Plus, Pinsir is a 16-bit Pokemon. You could always catch Rufflet. Okay, Geodude. What do you have for me? Tasty... XP up something, maybe? Beans, potatoes, beans. Again, I don't remember what I was aiming for. It was either this or beans. Nah. It doesn't matter because it doesn't have enough to justify an investment. It's either ABA or AAB, if I had to guess, because I don't think it can produce enough mushrooms to be viable for anything that I need. Let's get those sweet sleep points. That's more like it. Alright, let's talk about the news. So, we have information about the Prelude event and the anniversary. So, as I suspected, next week is in fact going to be the Prelude event, followed by 2 weeks of the anniversary. It's really nice to get those 150 bonus sleep points every day during next week. That would go a long way. And as suspected, like last year, last year's new Pokemon will have a greater appearance rate. So this is probably our best chance at finding any Hoenn starter that we might still be missing. Plus Lundminen, although who's looking for those? Bonus Dream Shards, bonus Research XP, that's nice. Now, I'm still missing Mudkip and Torchic. The problem is, after the spawn pool redesign, whatever you want to call it, there is no more an island where both spawn, unless I go to Greengrass or Greengrass Expert, which I was considering. But I think my best approach would be to go to Top Hollow and focus on Mudkip, because that is definitely more important, and I intend on going to Lapis afterwards to hunt for Dratini, and Torchic spawns there as well. Now, we don't have the full details yet, but like I said, it's going to be 3 weeks full of events and shenanigans, and Gen 4. I was really... I don't know why I was locked on Alola for some reason, but Gen 4 does make the most sense, and I'm quite happy with that. I think visually, to me, those three are the more pleasing overall. I do love Rowlet and Decidueye. It's one of my favorite starters. I think if not for Bulbasaur, Rowlet is my favorite starter. But I don't really care much for Incineroar at all. I kinda dislike it. And Primarina is whatever. And yeah, sorry if that ruffles your feathers. It's just my own personal preference. Yeah, so as much as Alola makes a lot of sense, I did not go into details when I mentioned last time what my possible projections are, but Alola has a lot of merit in terms of coverage of what they could do with the starters. Plus, Solgaleo and Lunala and Necrozma are such a perfect fit for Pokemon Sleep as the next legendaries and mythical and whatnot. It could have been perfect. But given that we do have the Sinnoh starters coming up, plus I'm assuming one or two more I don't know, standalone Pokemon. In short, what I think would be is, my guess is that Torterra is going to be a ground type, and if I had to guess, I would say an ingredient specialist. There is a very, very slim chance that it could be an E4E healer. That could be cool, but I doubt it. So ingredients it is. For Infernape, they could go both ways. If it's a fire type, ingredients, I don't see them making another Berrymon that is a fire type. If it's a fighting type, actually, well, we also have Blaziken for that. I think it has to be an ingredient mon, or maybe a skill specialist with something unique that we haven't seen, although I have no idea what that could be to justify that on a starter. Don't get your hopes up for a Berry Burst on Infernape. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think, at least. But for Empoleon, I think everyone expects it to be a Steel type. And if that's the case, everyone wants it to be either a Berry Specialist or a Berry Burst Skill Specialist. That's my assumption, that's my expectation. They could throw us a curveball and make it something else, maybe keep it a water type, but that would be such a disservice. And I don't know, I saw some speculations that maybe they'll go all out and make it a Berry Specialist with the Berry Burst skill. If that's the case, then yeah, I don't know what to tell ya. I was joking on Discord that maybe if they do that, maybe they'll make it super slow to to balance it out. But yeah, we'll see. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to find out what it's going to be. I'm very excited. And yeah, Top Hollow next week for me to find that coveted Mudkip. Besides, Top Hollow has a lot to offer for me. I have a lot of things I could catch there that I could use. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep this Geodude because, like I said, it doesn't offer enough. Sad, but whatever. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I'm looking forward for more information. But besides that, that's all for today. So until next time, have a good one.